Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and oh, have we got a lot to talk about the episode 12 review of Dragon Ball Super. Um, so the hype was all around this episode. This was the build up to everything since it started. We all knew when it was coming for the English dub. Because everyone pretty much knew about this. There it is. The universal busting clashing thing. But there was more than just the famous universal busting thing. A lot of dialogue, a lot of things we got to get to for this episode, for this hyped episode. This is like the pay-per-view like episode of Dragon Ball Super. This is what everyone was basically waiting for the most part. So, basically, I guess we can just play it by ear now for the remainder of the series. But, anyways, so here we go. We're going to review this. So, episode basically starts off with Beerus and Goku, They're staring each other down. They eventually decide, they want to, they want to go further up, because it's being harder for the Bulma, in the ship, go there and there's a bunch of, their ship's malfunctioning and stuff like that. Vegeta, man, he is just sitting like a clock throughout this entire, fight. He's got his neck, just looking like, because you can't sense the people. They stated this, you cannot sense deity gods. So you have to physically see the fight. That's the only way you're going to be able to see what's going on. You can't sense what they're doing. That's the whole concept of this. There was a lot of, but by the way, there was a lot of great animation in this episode. We have come a long way from the episode 5, which again, decent episode from the retouch-ups they did, which is what aired on Toonami. But this was just right out of the park, in terms of it. They had this all ready to go for this episode. And I was very, very pleased with that up front. So, Beerus and Goku clash. Well, they don't clash yet, but basically, dialogue comes. Beerus is like, I was wrong, to think that, you were not that good and stuff. And they start doing a little couple of fights here and there. Beerus eventually gets behind Goku and tries to do one last trick at him, and Goku catches the arm or the hand, and he's like, "You ain't gonna fool me with that," He's like, "I guess I wasn't," until now. All in the sense, while Vegeta again is looking, I believe they also had something with Hercule. Hercule was like, he eventually they cut on to Hercule, and Hercule was like, calling up, or was getting a call from people. My whole thing with Hercule, everyone knows my perspective on Hercule. I don't like the character. He's a stupid character, and I think he's dumb. And this is another typical stupid Hercule scene. And it's not funny either. For people that think it's funny, I don't think it's funny at all. Hercule basically, is telling the civilians that, well, first he, says the truth that he's, at a birthday party because they were trying to ask him what's going on, and stuff like that. Which we'll get again to stuff later on for the shockwave. But Hercule's like, no. He changes it. He changes the story. Then he's like, oh, these robbers are the ones that are causing it and shit like that. And of course the people freaking believe him. Like, yeah, he's the character I really don't like. How long are the people of Earth in Dragon Ball going to believe this dude? Like, It's just ridiculous. Like, but anyways, then getting back to what happens before this, which I probably should have said earlier, but I'll say it now. Um, is them, basically saying no more tricks, and Goku and Beerus, then they waste no time. They power up, and then they freaking do the punch. It does all that sound effects. Unfortunately, nothing really good to write up on the music, but would have been good to have Bruce Falconer for this. I could see something like one of the little power up type of shit. I would have loved to have seen them do like the Spirit Bomb music for that, or at some point, brr, brr, brr. I love the Spirit Bomb music. Yeah, I love that beat. I love that beat. I love that beat. I love the Spirit Bomb music. I wish they would have that in there. Bruce Falconer Spirit Bomb music, I should say. Um, it wasn't really just for the Spirit Bomb too. That's another thing. I don't know why it was called the Spirit Bomb music, because it wasn't just for the Spirit Bomb. But anyways, let's get back to this. Shockwave, and they had to create the Shockwave. It's just like, and then you get to see the little sparkle stuff, and you start seeing the Earth crack a little bit, on the land, and that's what led to that the civilian newscaster calling Hercule, to see what's going on, and he makes up that stupid story, like I said earlier. The Kais are obviously fearful of what's going on, because they actually state that, if they keep this up in like about at least 2 more hits, maybe 3, as they alluded to, but they said let's play it safe and say 2, that Goku and Beerus could actually destroy the universe, basically. Or they said rip the universe, but they were alluding to destroying it. And they eventually do get to that and say that. So that shit happens. Okay, that like happens. Okay, and so then they do it again. They do it again. It creates another shockwave, and then after that, like freaking the Kai's, like, I believe it was Supreme Kai that was said, guys, or Goku, this is really this isn't good. This isn't good at all. He didn't explain to him that it could threaten the universe, though, because I think Goku would have had different ideas about it. Because he is Earth's defender, as the narrator alluded to at the beginning of this episode. Just so everyone is clear, Earth's defender. I know we should soundbite that. He said Earth's defender. Hashtag superhero. Because you cannot be Earth's defender and not be a superhero. Just saying. Of course, someone's going to be like, oh, no, can't be that. He's selfish. He's selfish, man. He's selfish. Oh, my God, he's selfish. Look what he did. Oh, breaker of one. He freaking, just shut up, okay? He's a superhero. Just shut up, okay? Earth's defender, superhero. Get out of here. Like, I don't know how many more dialogues need to be shown for these DBZ tards, or no, DBZ Kai tards. I'm sorry, DBZ Kai tards. Not DBZ tards, because there are no DBZ tards. DBZ people are cool, but DBZ Kai tards saying that he's not a superhero when they're saying that he's Earth's defender. But anywho, that's just my whole thing with this. Anyways, so they clash, or they're getting ready to clash, and then before that, I think there was the scene with Vegeta again looking up, and Whis had come over and said, well, actually, no, before that, Whis, I forgot about that. Whis had actually saved Hercule. He'd saved Hercule, after that cell phone conversation, because Gohan and everyone else in Bulma's spaceship, fell back down to Earth, and he would have crashed into Hercule, because they said the scene was like, well, what you guys doing? You need to put a stop to this. What are you guys doing? And then he's like, we kind of have our own problems. And then he looks up and he sees him there. Whis stops it. And he basically explains that this battle's probably not going to end, because even he said Goku, if Goku wins, he's a man of his word and he'll keep the Earth alive, but he doesn't think this fight will end. And then later on, of course, like I said, Vegeta still looking up, on the ship, on the boat ship, he's still looking up, and Whis is like, oh, you're going to strangulate your neck doing that. And so then he actually makes his own portable TV screen, in his, orb thing, his little green, orb little circle thing, and Vegeta's still looking up, he's not looking through the TV. He's still looking up as if he could see it, which I doubt he can, but I guess he can somehow, because he can't sense him, so there's that. So then, there was this really cool effect that happened afterwards. And I don't know what the concept was, but what they decided to do was have Beerus power up, and then he had this, purple Shenron, dragon, come up. And then they had the same thing for Goku, with this red, or Shenron-like looking, only red, dragon, come out, and they tussled around for a while before they ended up going right into Goku and Beerus's body, their color dragons respectively. And I just thought that was a really cool thing. I mean, I don't get the concept of it. I mean, I know it's Dragon Ball, but the dragons are supposed to be for the Dragon Balls, so I just didn't understand the concept of them doing that, since, Beerus isn't, owned of the dragon, or Goku's as God is owned of the dragon or whatever. So I didn't understand why they did that. I don't know if they did that for, a cool effect, or, or something like that, but I thought it was cool. I just didn't get the concept of why they did it. It didn't make sense that, Goku would have a dragon and Beerus would have a dragon just because they're gods. It just kind of seemed weird. So he goes in for the other punch, goes in for this punch, and Goku, I guess, according to the Kais, the Elder Kais, basically, he, resisted his punch, I guess. And that allowed him not to destroy the universe, because if they had done one more universal punch, that it would have destroyed the universe, so he was able to restrict it somehow and just focus it on Beerus, and that's why the shockwaves didn't destroy the universe. A really weird concept, but it also proves even more on why Goku's a superhero. Okay, so if the person was selfish, if Goku was actually selfish, why would he do that? Why wouldn't he just go full force on Beerus? He didn't do that. He figured out a way to resist himself, so he wouldn't destroy the universe. So, there we go again with this stupid argument, and it's right there. It's right in front of you. Goku just, thought of the other people and the planet before himself. I believe there was one planet that did get destroyed. I'm not exactly sure what planet it was, though. But there was a planet that did get destroyed, but it was a planet that I guess no one cared about because they didn't show any people on it. I'm assuming it was an outer planet. If anything, maybe I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe it was Mars. No, no, it probably wasn't. Uh, I don't know what planet it was, but obviously it was a planet no one cared about because they just blew it up, basically. Um, there was also a point too where they did some type of funny things going on. They showed a brief thing of King Kai. You know, he was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna die, we're gonna die." This is when he thought the universe was about to blow up. Uh, that was for a brief moment. They also showed some funny scene where when Elder Kai thought they were going to be goners, he told the Supreme Kai, "Here's my favorite magazine as a parting gift." And freaking the King Kai, it was like a picture of like a bikini girl, and basically Master Roshi, again with Elder Kai up in here. Why is it always the old people? It's always the old people. I swear. We got Master Roshi, we got Elder Kai. Like what is this? There's got to be there's definitely a trend. There's definitely a trend in Dragon Ball with this whole old people are into the hot babes. Um, so, anyways, so that's what basically happens. He swats it away. Yeah, Supreme Kai, he basically swats it away. Okay, so that was it for that stuff. Eventually, we get to the point where in the episode, Goku and Beerus basically are just like powering. I mean, they're still powering up and stuff, but you know, they're basically not even done. So by you get to the end of the episode, you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen now? Because now it's like, he wants to, because now Beerus is even pissed even more. So, at this point, and then right before the end of the episode, they get into the moment where Beerus realizes this about the whole, resisting his strength, and he's testing his limits through his fight. So then Beerus decides to summon his little purple beam thing, and so he's basically throws it at Goku, and then Goku gets the Kamehameha form ready, and he does Kamehameha, and they do like the 3 different angle type things for the animation, which looked really cool. I was doing the Kamehameha thing with him. It was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And so then he does the Kamehameha, and then it's like, it doesn't look good for Goku. Goku's like, losing this battle, and it's like Goku even admits then, when he thinks he's about to die, that, he had won and stuff like that, and thanks, and Beerus like said thank you and stuff like that, and then after seconds later, Goku just starts all of a sudden powering up and shit like that, and he starts sending the blast right back to Beerus and shit. It just looked phenomenal animation. And Goku says that the Super Saiyan God talked to me or whatever, and so now it's like neck and neck, and you see the white little flash as the end of the episode, and there is like, what will happen now? Next time on Dragon Ball Super. So then, like, now it's like going into overdrive, for the next episode with this fight. But holy shit, this episode was like really beautiful. It was like it was just godly. It was godly, not to take that as a metaphor, but it was godly. Oh my god, it was just awesome. Guys, got to check this episode out. It was just phenomenal. Shit. So yeah, that was the end of the episode. Like I said, the Japanese opening is still up there. I don't know if they're going to the English, but like I said, they have an English ending theme song, which wasn't originally there to begin with. It changed over like with, I think, the 5th episode, if I'm not mistaken, for the ending theme song, but they never changed the Japanese opening yet. I don't know when they're going to do that. I just can't imagine them changing the ending theme song to English and not do the same for the opening. To me, that just doesn't makes next to no sense. Um, so in terms of that, that's pretty much the review. Um, Nothing really to complain about. It's just the ongoing theme song issue. Um, Music, nothing really there, but unfortunately, we can't get Bruce Falconer back. Otherwise, the music would be 100 times better. But we're still getting Dragon Ball Super though. Um, anyways, for again, I'm going to explain this. I do have a Patreon if you guys want to support my contents. I'll put that in the description box. But also, I do have community groups for Dragon Ball Z English dub fans, as well as Dragon Ball Super English dub fans. This is just exclusively for watching it in English, so it's as if you're watching it for the first time. Um, uh, Also, as I've explained before, if you guys want to watch Dragon Ball Super and you don't have cable, the English dub version is available on AdultSwim.com stream site for Dragon Ball Super. The link will be in the description box. They change it. It varies on which, I guess, episodes will be up there. But usually they put new episodes up every week. But they're 3 weeks behind the English broadcast, or the Adult Swim broadcast, so that's something you have to worry about. Not stress that anymore. What else? And looking forward to episode 13 now. See the conclusion of this Beerus and Goku fight. Goku hashtag officially a universe buster. Hashtag confirmed. So yeah, that's basically it for this. Like I said, it was a good, phenomenal episode. I enjoyed it, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and comment, rate if you like this video and my other videos. Please subscribe, and that is about it. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace.